The touch of your hand makes me do love. It's a smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place.
Ooh. Welcome to Put It All on Red. I'm Roberta the Tool Lady. I have a wonderful show planned for you tonight. We're going to be talking about signs of good and bad relationships. I've got three dynamic guests, so they're going to be coming on. Okay. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do, which is what I ask you all the time, I ask you to like, follow, share. If you learned something tonight, that's even better. But definitely stick with us. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and let my guests introduce themselves. Like I said, they're all just phenomenal individuals. So I'm going to let them, I don't think I can do them justice. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to let each of them go ahead and introduce themselves. And what I want them to do is also bring something that they're working on, contact information, because I want them to tell you, tell my audience how they can contact you, how they can support. You can support them. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with Kiara. Kiara, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. Hey, everybody. I'm Kiara. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I graduated from Texas Southern University back in 2023. I'm currently back in Dallas, and I'm currently working on a domestic violence awareness event. It will be happening in October on the 18th. It's to bring awareness to the community, provide resources to victims and survivors, and to simply stand in advocacy with those people. So if you're interested in being a part of it, you can contact me at team.inspired@inspiredtohelp.org. You can follow the Instagram page at Empower the Impact. And yeah, just make sure that you reach out and let me know however you can help. We're needing everything: sponsors, volunteers, vendors, the whole nine. So I can't wait to see you guys in Dallas. Bye.
Thank you. All right. Now I know Jason want to jump in, but Jason, let's let Roberta go first. Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh, go ahead, Jason.
Go ahead now.
If you eager to go, hey, you're welcome.
No, you go ahead.
He's gonna be a gentleman.
I'll go. Okay. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, my name is Murata Bradford. I'm also a poet. And my poet name is Poetic Healing, transforming pain into poetry, healing one verse at a time. I speak at different events, different gatherings, brunches, lunches, domestic violence events. Also, I am an author. I'm a 5-time Amazon best-selling author. Also, one thing that I am working on is I also have a poetry book that's coming out called The Scars of the Concrete Rose, 1 and 2. And also, I have me and 2 other ladies. I'm also working with those ladies in for a domestic violence conference, and also another conference with Suits and Scars, also coming up in the months of October and November. So,
Wow. Okay. All right. I love it. And she humbly speaks, just as Kiara humbly speaks, but she humbly speaks, and baby, it's fire. You better believe that five times it's a fire. When
Thank
it,
you.
I mean, it's fire. I heard her speaking. It's 100% fire, honey. So I just love you.
Thank you.
So, and I'm so thankful that you joined
Thank
us tonight.
you. Oh, I'm so okay. I had to.
Well, thank you.
It wouldn't be
And
right
I
if I didn't. It wouldn't be right if I didn't.
and I love
You
how
know.
it's just really like a puzzle, right? Because I talked to Kiera and I told her, yeah, I'm gonna help you. I didn't even know that was what you were working on too. So we're definitely collaborating.
Right.
Sorry, I
Definitely
was on mute. I
collaborate.
was letting her talk, but yeah, I definitely would love to collaborate with you. And I have a book club, so I love reading. So you'll have to let me know what book you wrote, so I can look it up and go ahead and
Definitely.
Thank
Definitely.
you. Thank you.
All right. So now let's ladies, let's let the gentleman of the night come on in. Hey
Yes, let
Jason.
it
What
come through.
what's good, my ladies? My name is Jay Scott. I go by Jay Scott. I am an author as well. I have a nonprofit called Integrity in Gifted Hands. It's young men giving back to the community. We deal with kids with intellectual disorders. My book, I have three books. That's two of them is out and one is coming out. One is Unforgiving Me Against the World. My second book is A Healing Takes
Mm.
Process. And my third book is Get in Position for Your Destiny. That's coming out soon. That's pretty much all about me. I am a talker. I love to talk. So we're gonna piggyback off each other and we're gonna see where this goes. Let's have fun, people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now Jason's very humble, phenomenal. I've watched him heal over this what year or was it? It's been 2 years.
About 2 years.
Had some health. Yes, had some health situations. I call him, Jason, you coming? No, I'm in the hospital. Jason, you coming? No, I'm not feeling good. So this time I was like, Jason, you coming? He said, yes. So I'm so glad that you are coming. You came on back.
Yes, it's good to be here. I'm gonna be good this time.
You don't have to. You don't have to. You ain't gonna get no
Uh-oh.
whoop. You ain't gonna get no whooping if you don't. So how about
Nah.
that? Or you might want to whoop it. I don't know. You got these nice looking ladies here. I don't know.
Okay then.
Well, let's go ahead and do a mental health check-in before we go any farther with the discussion tonight. So just check it in 1 to 10. How do you feel tonight?
Who you talking to?
Either one. Either one can start off.
Mhm.
1 to 10. A 7, Marada?
Seven.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And why is that 7?
Well, because I mean, I'm good enough to go through what I'm going through, but I'm also
Mm,
at a point to where I can go through it and still do what I need to do. So I'm gonna say a 7. Um, I could whine and cry and be mad and sad about it, but instead I choose to pick up the pieces, be at peace about it, and keep going forward. And
absolutely.
so I'm in a space where it's not all good, it's not all bad, but I'm good enough to where I can talk about it and still be at peace about it. Yeah, this where I'm at.
Definitely. Definitely. All right. How about you, Kiara?
Yeah, I'm kind of similar. I'm at like a 6. I think I've just been like really tired lately. And I think that's kind of like a little bit of spiritual warfare of like the devil kind of trying to keep me
Yes,
from doing what I'm doing because this is very new for me. Like I talked to you guys about the event that I have coming up, but I've never done anything like this before. And by the way, I'm only 24, so nobody around me is really doing stuff like this. So it's like I'm starting a new path, people aren't really receiving it the way that I want them to, or at least the people that I kind of, I guess, quote unquote, surround myself with. And then also working full time, trying to go to law school. Like it's just a lot on my shoulders. And then on top of, the politics and economy and all that stuff tied in, it just kind of weighs down the spirit. But I'm still going. I'm not going to complain, but that's just where I'm at right now.
Yeah. And you know what I've learned? There's always a ram in the bush. So there's
Yes.
always a burning
Mm,
ram in the bush. It's
Yeah.
always something somewhere.
Yeah.
So just look for that ram in that bush because it's there.
Yeah.
Don't get discouraged because what he already has said is gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So you just have to keep going. All right, Jason, I'm gonna let you go. We're gonna let you start the discussion question though, because we're gonna just keep putting our brother last now. Go
I'm
ahead and
fine.
just
I'm
tell us
fine.
how you feeling tonight,
I'm just chilling. I think I'm in a good place at the moment
Jason.
because so many times we get put ourselves in predicaments, but we have to step outside our situation and look at it. And we got to realize somebody didn't wake up this morning.
Hmm.
And
amen.
there are so many premature graves and so much stuff that we got built up on us that we have to take a look outside ourselves and put ourselves in a predicament. I can do this. I can conquer this. I am bigger than this. I am better than this. I'm not gonna scoop down to their level. And we're going into a season, Keisha. In this season, we want I want people to get
Oh, we ain't got.
everything. People to get everything that God has for them. Whatever God has for you, it's up to you to go get it.
Yeah.
And 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 I truly believe we're in a season where God is about to shake the table and
Mm,
rearrange some things and remove people and build things and build relationships and separate relationships and stuff like that. That's why I sort of love the topic that we have today. Oh, one thing I want everybody to do, I want everybody to tell us where you're from. And if you have any questions, please send them to the Miss Keisha, the producer, and we'll answer your questions as we go. And I'm just in a good place. I'm excited about what's going on in my life and the move that I'm about to make. And that's just it.
All right, all right, all right. Well, I feel like I am eight. I'm eight right now. I'm feeling really good because I just feel like I have the perfect people here tonight. So I'm just really excited. This is I've kind of
mm.
it's been 2 weeks, so it kind of seems like forever sometimes. So I'm just glad that you guys joined me, and I know it's gonna be some meat out here tonight. I know it's gonna be something on the table. Now, I wanted to start off by just a common conversation question because we're talking about relationships, we're talking about people, we're talking about really actually, I said in bad and good and bad relationships. And I know some people like, okay, we're talking about husband, wife, or girlfriend, boyfriend. But also, I'm talking about regular people because, I
Yeah.
often teach people that everybody you come in contact with is a relationship,
Come on.
right? So even if you at the store, at the corner store, and that's the same person you buy your gas from or your groceries from, that's a relationship you have built up based upon you going in that store. You don't think of it that way, but that person is watching you. And that person has some kind of thought of that relationship they have with you, whether you go in to buy gas, you go whatever you do. Um, so what I'm getting to that is, what do you guys feel about people who overshare based upon a relationship, like a coworker, or you just meet someone and they just overshare with you?
What you
How,
mean by what you mean by overshare? Like information
yes,
or
yes, yes.
okay.
It kind of makes me. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
It kind of makes me reluctant to really want to share my business because I'm scared that you're going to end up telling my business. Because if you don't have a problem sharing all of your business, I know that there's a good chance you'll share mine, you know? So I would be very careful of what I share with you.
Wow.
So, yeah. 'Cause I
Wow.
don't think I'm a very open book. I think people have, I'm layered, so it takes people a little bit to get to know me. Like it's 10 years and people still don't know all of the layers of who I am just because that type of stuff unfolds as I build trust for you and as I get to know you a little bit better.
Right. Right. Wow.
I'm a very personal person, and I truly believe people should keep their personal business to themselves. So when they get to sharing, I be like, I don't, I don't want to hear, I don't want to hear that right now. Because when you give information, you've been thought about it, and it's opening doors. It's opening doors, got your mind wondering, and got you thinking. And I'm not taking on nobody else's problems, so I'm not dealing with it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now I can't say that because you both of you guys are very what is it called? Giving people. So I can't think of people who wouldn't tell y'all stuff y'all don't want to hear.
Yeah,
Well, I think people do tell me things, but it's but it's more so how I receive it and how I respond. Because like people are very open with me, but it takes a little bit before I feel comfortable enough to open up with someone else. If that makes
Okay. All
yeah.
right. How about you, Murata? How do you feel?
Well, well, I'm gonna say, um, I mean, it depends on the situation and the place because I am a people person to a certain extent. So I don't have been I would ever take it to a level to where, we sit down on lunch break having a discussion about it. I mean, but I don't or disrespectful trying not to listen to somebody because some people don't have a big village or a lot of people around, so some people just, I mean, they might meet you one day and they just might just get to just dumping everything off on you. You don't know, like, I don't even know you. You don't know where this come from or what's going on. And so I mean, I just try to keep in mind, that I mean, I understand both of y'all perspective. I understand either way, but I also do try to keep in mind that it's a lot of hurt people out here,
yes,
But
Before
I
Jason
get
gives that
exactly what you guys are saying.
before Jason give his example of what he was saying, you said a key word, dump. I That's a bad, in correlation with what we're talking about, that's a bad sign of a relationship to me. I do not like when people trauma dump on
Right,
me when I
yeah,
just met you. I've had that before. Like I was on a date one time
right,
and this boy just went and trauma dumped everything on me that he had been through. And it was like really heavy stuff. And I'm like, I don't think that I can take all this because
yeah,
I don't have the capacity and I don't know you enough
right,
to have enough empathy because I have empathy for you because what he went through was traumatic and I could only
Yeah.
right,
imagine. But at the same
right,
time, I don't even know you
right.
and you're sharing some traumatic stuff that I don't really feel like you should be sharing with me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
and like you
And
said,
most of them use that trauma dump. They use that trauma dump as a way to
manipulate.
quickly grasp you and
Mm-hmm.
gaslight you all
Yes.
at the
Yes.
same time. And
Yep.
and I kid you not, they do it so fast. Like
They
I'm trying
do.
to go ahead and be like a spinning top. And the reason I can say that, like, I just did that. I just gave my fiance his ring back because I
I,
just felt like
Oh my
the
Wow.
gaslighting and manipulation. And I'm just like I'm not doing this, and I gave it back.
Yeah. Definitely.
because I feel like you trauma dumped me. You dumped everything on me, and you wanted me to process it and try to,
Yeah.
and you want me to process it and try to figure it out, and also try to give you the answer to it, and still wonder about
You,
how I'm supposed to feel about it. Like that's too much at one time in one day. Like no, I'm not doing
you
Right.
know,
it. There was
you know.
time.
I think more it needs to be like in the black community that we seek professional help,
Yeah.
therapists,
Right, right,
psychiatrists,
right,
and I think that
right.
we shared away from that just because of the stereotype of mentally help, and they don't want to be classified as that. And I'm
Or
going
they
to
don't
see a
want
psych.
what happened in this house stays in this house, come out this house.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
They don't
I'm
want what
going.
happened in the house come out outside the house. So therefore, you don't tell what go on in here. So therefore, if you shut up, then therefore you won't tell. So if you don't tell nothing, you won't get the help that you know you need. All because you're holding on to what they say. Don't tell
You
That's
what
know,
happened in
it.
this
Right.
and
house.
I was
Right.
in a place where I had to break down and say I need to go get some help about this situation.
Right.
Right.
I was like in a dark place, and sometimes when you keep so much stuff in, that causes
Yes.
sickness, depression, anxiety, and all that. And I had to go sit on somebody's couch. Now
Right.
after I got off her couch, she might need to go sit on somebody's couch.
But that's what she
But
did.
but she
That's
get paid
what
for that.
But
right.
she
She went to school for that. She
Yeah.
understands.
and
Because
she
I
knows
was
how to
Right.
categorize it. Right. She
that's
knows
what
Yeah.
I
how
said.
to.
She
But
understand, but she still got to
but
sit on somebody's couch.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you know
But
what? You're saying that, but the truth is, as a
Right.
therapist, as a clinician, which is what I am and what I was for a long time, we go to therapy as well. So I had a
Right.
supervisor I would go to once a month, and I would see, and even going through my undergraduate, I would. That's what we would process our traumas, our ups and our downs, and how did it take? How did we feel? So we would be ready to and equipped to take other people through that process. So you're right.
and
We
this
do have to. We all need it.
and this saying is so true.
Right.
Hurt people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the young lady,
Amen.
Kiara, like the young lady Kiara was saying, trauma. The lady was throwing so much trauma on her. That's overwhelming for a person.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
overwhelming. Now I got what you're carrying on me because my ear gates was opening and receiving that. And if you're around people that's constantly pouring negative stuff into you, that's a heavy weight that we have to carry. And you need to go seek some
It'll make
therapy if everything that come out your mouth is bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And naturally, women, we're nurturers, we're fixers. We want to help whatever situation we can, whether that's family, friends, relationships. So whenever you trauma dump on someone like that, our automatic instinct is let me find a way to help them. How can I help them feel better? Because I can only imagine if it was me in this situation, what I would want somebody else to do for me. When like Miss Sandra, that I'm not saying your name right. I'm sorry.
Which one?
Masandra. Masandra, is that how you
Marauder.
say her name? Miranda,
Mar-
sorry.
Marauder.
Yeah.
Marauder.
Yeah,
Like
that's
the
the
car,
name.
like
Yeah,
the
okay.
sports car. Yeah.
That's a sports car.
It's yeah.
Let
It's
me not get off topic. I did not know that.
yeah. I
But yeah, like
digress.
she was
That's
saying,
okay.
I definitely think that we have to work on
Mhm.
getting help because we're not the people to seek in those
Right.
situations. We
Yeah.
don't have the capacity to take
Yeah.
on that type of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
I.
and and that's my thing. That's why I was like, no, you're not gonna trauma dump me. You're not gonna guilt trip me. You're not gonna manipulate me. You need help. You need to go seek counsel. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong. If you feel like there's nothing wrong, there's nothing I can do to help you, and I can't be your dumpster for your garbage.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
therefore, if I feel like I can't be your dumpster for your garbage, where you think your trash gonna go? It's gonna overfill and overflow, and then you're gonna do exactly what I don't want to be done. I don't want to be surrounded and overfilled and overwhelmed with your trash and your dump. Like
Yeah.
that's. I was like, no, no.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've
Mhm.
It's
had
hard for a
two.
black. It's very hard for a black man, just like it's hard for a black woman. But that's
You
why we
right.
go to counseling and therapy. So we're not gonna use that as no excuse.
There ain't
Yeah.
no excuse, but y'all a little hard headed these days.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I feel like the men are a little bit more hard headed, if I'm being
Mhm.
honest. I'm gonna be real. Like,
These
especially being on
Let's
are
social media, I
let's go
feel
ahead
like,
and jump.
especially
they're
Let's
black
go
not
ahead and jump
females,
this thing
we're
out.
more likely to go and get help when we need it versus black men. They
Yeah,
are very reluctant to want to go get help.
Oh
They
yeah.
see it as you calling them
we
crazy or that you trying to, question their masculinity and all of this and that. And it's like, no, we just want you to get help because you've been
Yeah.
through a lot in the past 5 years. You lost your mother, your father, your
exactly
sister. You done been to
yeah.
jail one time. You done been through a lot. So you
Right.
need to go get help. You need to talk to that lady.
right.
You
Right.
know, and that's part of the foundation. That's part of the foundation that we're trying to get set with integrity and gifted hands to get more black men to go seek help, to
Yeah.
be a brother to one
Yeah.
another, to have that experience where we can sit down and talk about situations that we're not comfortable talking about around other people because everything don't is not for everybody to know and not for everybody to hear. So you gotta put yourself in a comfort zone, a comfort place where you could talk about that amongst each other, amongst brothers, white brothers, black brothers, amongst men in general. And
Yeah.
that what my foundation is pushing for, and a solid foundation as well as an organization that I work with as well, because we don't have those outlets to go and just talk or
Yeah.
freedom of speech without considering us as weak or just in general.
Yeah. And I agree with that. That's why I agree with everyone. That's why I asked that because I've been at work and one of the co-workers while we're having just a work dinner or whatever or luncheon or whatever, and she's like, I used to be a hoe. I'm like, wait a minute. Where does
That's
that
okay,
fit in?
sister.
Where does that fit in? Right.
You
Where
should you should say that's okay, sister. We all been somewhere.
So I was like, wait a minute. But and she
I still love you and welcome you with open arms.
yeah, yeah. So, but the thing is, she did it not knowing you. You giving up too much information in this relationship you have
That's the
You
wrong
because
time.
you know how you should have thrown that one off. Here's an example. Honey, I used to be a hoe too. She wouldn't know how to herself that. Especially, honey, I used to be a hoe too.
Look,
yeah, I was like, wait a
see,
minute, where did this come in at? And you talk about the trauma dumping. I've had two exes. That's they go to. I'm gonna kill myself.
right,
And my
right.
last ex, I was like,
Mm,
if you're gonna kill yourself, you know what? You need to call your mama and get your out of her,
Yeah.
because that's not gonna keep you in her. Now
Yeah,
you making me
And
you
that
making
shows a
me
lot
mad.
about the person by you using that as a way for me to stay. You know,
manipulation.
yeah.
That's what it is. It's manipulation. So that's what I said. And
right,
then I'm in
right.
Texas now. So in Oklahoma, I'm from Oklahoma. There's you can't commit anybody. But here in Texas, guess what? You get to talking like that, I can get you committed real fast. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
That's what I tell her. I said, you better call your mama or somebody because you talking too crazy.
Your thought different, a little different than mine. I be like, what you want to sing at the funeral?
Mm.
Going up
Look,
in yonder.
hey, what you been
I
saying at the
can't
funeral?
sing, Jason. I can't sing. That's
Hey,
why,
look,
baby, all I
Going
can
up
do
in
is
yonder.
smash.
hey,
I
Kiara,
can
let me
smash
shut up because you going to school to be a lawyer. I might need you in the future.
Look, I can
Uh
fry some
oh.
chicken, but I can't sing.
Well, it's acquired.
Well,
It's
you have to
acquired.
prepare the
You ain't
food.
got
Then. You have to prepare the food.
That's all I can do.
You
I can
have
help with that. I'd be able
to
to bring the
prepare the
message, but
hey,
baby,
look,
food.
Let me check. Let me check your insurance policy before you do it.
For the
They'll be
front
like,
room.
what?
Make sure everything covered and taken
No,
care
make sure
of.
I got a little
You
extra
just got
after.
prepare food for the front room.
You ain't leaving us with no bills.
You know what to
Right,
say.
right. So yeah, that was really, it was manipulation.
Amen.
Manipulation.
You
That's
know,
all.
when we talk about manipulation, because I went through a divorce as well. I was in a bad place. I'm in a good place right now about it.
Praise God.
All right. Okay. We ain't
Look,
gonna cut
but
it off.
it was the manipulation for me. Because when she was cheating, she accused me of cheating.
Mm.
And I was like, damn, am I cheating? It was like so good. She was so good at doing it. She had me thinking I was cheating because if I spoke to Kiara, I was cheating.
Oh,
Mhm. I had an ex like that, and see, I was vice versa. I didn't question it. I wanted to. I'm like, okay, he already think I'm cheating. I might as well cheat. Like he already had. He's
Exactly.
embedded it. He said
Exactly.
it so many times to me, like questioning me, assuming I'm telling him that I'm not doing it, and he's steady like telling me, no, you are. I know you doing this. I know you doing that. And I'm like, well, you already think that I'm doing it, and you still saying so. I might as well go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
okay.
No. I was like that as well. But I was scared to cheat.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually do anything crazy, but I did entertain people because at this point I might as well.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
I teeter tottered. I won't lie,
Yeah.
but I wasn't
Huh?
married. Oh, it was just a boyfriend. So
Oh.
I was
That's how you ain't got to
17.
backpedal, Kier. You ain't got to
Yeah,
back. This is a safe place. Safe place.
I don't know. I was always scared to cheat because there's so much out there, and when you cheat, you open yourself up to so much.
Yeah.
And I
yeah,
always tell people like before you get married or before you get into like a real committed relationship, find out who you are. Find out what you like. Find out what your dislikes are. Find out what your peace is. Find out where you're trying to go in 5 to 10 years. What happened
right,
if this happened? What happened if you get sick? What happened if your finances? If this person is truly there for you, can they pray with you? Are y'all able to go to church? And
right,
and me, that's what I'm looking for in a relationship now because I have witnessed a lot of stuff coming out of my divorce.
yeah,
And it taught me how to love my next wife different from how I did my first wife. Because obviously something in my first marriage did not work. And not to complete the same cycle or break generational curse, I got to do something totally different
yeah,
Yeah.
because I can't introduce my old situation until my new situation, and I got to make sure that I am completely healed from my old situation because I don't want to carry that burden into my new situation.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I agree. And even now, like I'm in a 3-year relationship and he's never made me feel like that. So it definitely I won't blame him, but I can't be with somebody that's insecure like that because it brings up my insecurities. I need a man that's secure in who he is and knowing that I wouldn't do that to him because I'm not a cheater. But when you have somebody constantly manipulating you, you're already in a toxic relationship, you're already unhappy, it just makes it easier to make that segue. So it definitely depends on the relationship. I agree.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to answer two questions. Someone said if a person does, and I'm thinking they're talking about that manipulation, that trauma, because a lot of people do that. If you leave me, I'm gonna kill myself. You leave me, I don't know what I'm gonna do. My life is gonna end. So a lot of people do that, and actually they do things to lead up to it because they might be the ones cheating. They might be the ones acting a fool, but yet they will play it like like it's just devastating to them, but they created this. So the
They
question
play
was,
victim.
yeah, they play
Yeah,
victim. So and then and then they dump it all on you. So the question is how do you deal with that? I would say, look, you got to get help. That's my first thing. You have to get help. You have to
yeah,
get help because I can't work nothing out for you, especially not that extreme. You talk about life and death. I can't do anything with that. And I certainly don't want you around me talking about you gonna kill yourself and then you get in your mind you gonna kill me too. No, no,
yeah.
no.
And and it's sad.
And that's why I was saying what I was saying a while ago.
It's
That's exactly.
sad that when you just said that, it was just here in Alabama just about 3 weeks ago, and Lord rest their soul, it was this man killed his whole family, and because his wife was gonna leave him, and he had a mental breakdown, and he woke up, he killed him, his children, and his wife. So when a person says that, you got to believe them,
Yeah,
but you got to make sure that you are in a safe place that you need to get out of there.
right.
Yeah, I think separation is warranted. I don't know if
Yeah,
you want to move as far as a divorce, but I would definitely see how separation goes. Like, kind of no contact. Like, let them know you leaving, but you're not telling them where you are. If you have kids, you get the kids to safety. Because this kind of ties into the
Yeah,
domestic violence thing. Because domestic violence isn't always they've been beating you the whole time. It could be they beating you mentally, and then they finally get to that point where they feel comfortable to act on it, and the act could lead to very severe circumstances happening, and you don't want to be in a situation where you're not prepared to escape if you need be, and you really don't want to wait until the last minute when you need to escape. You want to already get separated before that even happens.
you right about that.
yeah, and that's what I would say too, because you want to be sure. Because for me, this has been a clinician or therapist so long, I listen to people. So basically, when you're telling me certain things, I'm already listening for that. I'm
Yeah,
listening, and I'm listening for safety, because that's what I always preach to my clients. Safety.
and
Safety is
and people always give signs. Like you said, when you listen, the signs are there.
yeah, yeah, they're
The
telling you.
actions are there.
The
The withdrawal
manipulation.
symptoms are there.
Yep. The gaslighting, all of those things are telling you that there's possibly some things that are a little bit frigidity with the relationship. And so you got to be willing, it take a big person to say, you know what? 'Cause let's be honest, we come from a time where a person, so they can show everybody, they show mama, grandma, the society, oh, I got somebody, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Jason looks so good and he on my side, and we driving up in our Mercedes. So we come from a time where that's valued versus
Yeah,
where our mental health is.
yeah.
yeah, because a lot of our
You
grannies
know
was not okay.
that
Yeah.
was me. That was me when you said that.
Hmm.
It was good on the outside, but we was good on the inside. But mentally, we both was broken.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think my marriage could have worked, but I think both of us needed therapy.
Yeah.
We had to find our inner peace because we was looking for our happiness in one another instead of finding the fact to make our each other come in peace with ourselves, making ourselves happy.
Yeah.
And that's what people got to come to the conclusion is what I got to do for me mentally so I can be happy and be prepared to be in a relationship to make each other happy. Because once you enter into a relationship, you're building a team, you're building one,
Yeah.
and y'all happiness is key.
Right. Right. And everybody cannot deal with a big personality. Everybody cannot deal with a woman. I hate to use the word strong because I'm a black woman, and I hate hearing that you're a strong black woman. I really do have some issues with hearing that, but
Cause
everybody.
y'all take that and run with it.
No, I don't like it. And everybody, but all men cannot. Yeah, I don't like that. But all men cannot handle that. And I'm just saying that, like, for Murata, to be honest, I see you going down in history like Maya Angelou, baby. I'm just gonna tell you.
That's a heavy,
I'm
that's
just
a
gonna
heavy word.
I'm just going because it's been in my heart and my spirit all day long. Every time I think about you, I said she finna go down in history. And I don't
Amen.
know where or how, but I do know how. But you you
Me,
you
I
you
know.
doing you doing some blueprint, baby. And
Amen.
so and that's a big job.
And
You doing a big. Yeah, go ahead, Jason.
and that goes by my new book that's coming out, Get in Position for Your Destiny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, God. And when I say get in position for your destiny, let your gifts work for you. God give you gifts. God give you gifts that makes room for your growth, your financial, whatever God has for you, He has for you. And sometimes we got to put ourselves and get in position for your destiny is what God has called you to do, called you to be. And the thing about it is, when God is trying to take you, everybody can go. And
Yeah.
sometimes so many people, ooh, thank you, so many people attach themselves onto you that don't need to be attached to you. So when she said that, is you getting in position, getting ready for where God is about to position you and take you in and dedicate your life unto Him, and you get to move and you get to press. And I always remember, when you get ready in the positions, don't get don't get weary in your well doing.
Yeah.
Don't feel like I'm lacking in this and I'm lacking in that. Don't get weary and don't feel like people don't back you, because God said if you do the work, He gonna send the people.
That's right.
You didn't say
So
the
when
word.
you do the work, God gonna send the people, and the people
Yeah.
and
Uh,
Yeah.
and the people that God seeing, the people that God seeing may be somebody that you don't even know.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
mm,
A lot
So
of
so
times it's gonna be people that you don't even know. Most
That's right.
times.
That's right. He going because he got to shave some of that stuff off. But you're
yes,
just going higher and higher. And the thing about it, when you're talking about relationships, so that means you either got to have a man that's really confident, like Kiera said, with himself, because he can handle this big old light he's with. He ain't got to
Yeah.
worry about, oh, I'm gonna kill myself tomorrow because you doing this, or I'm gonna do this. He's gonna be a man that's comfortable. I was listening to I reposted. It was Judge, the one that just lost her husband, and she said
oh, Lord Jesus.
my husband had 4 kids when I married him, and he didn't have
mhm.
nothing. And the one, is it what's her name, Mabel, the one
Yeah,
that just
Judge
I know what you're talking
McCain.
about.
yeah, and
Judge
she said,
McCain.
but yeah, I report. She said, but the thing is, he loved me and I loved him, so it
Mhm.
didn't matter how much
About
money I made and he didn't make. We was together, and she said the whole thing is, if we wasn't together, I wouldn't have made the money anyway because he
Yeah,
added to me, even if he didn't have anything. And I think that's where we really have to think about when we talking about one and one together with a relationship. That person got to be that grounded to say, you know what, I know you got this ball, I know this is what you doing, or I know this is what you doing, Jason. I know this is what you doing, Kiara, and I'm gonna have to let y'all run with it. And I'm gonna trust you with this ball because I know
yeah,
this is where you going with it. You know what I'm saying? You have to be grounded with somebody, like Jason said. You can't be with somebody say, "Oh, you talking to her?" No.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
And I
you
think
know,
that kind of goes. Oh, sorry.
and that's how I feel, last time I came on, I told you that I had just got engaged. And I do poetry, I do motivational speaking, I do clean people houses, like I do a lot of stuff. And sometimes when God tell you to sit back and you watch, everybody not gonna show you who they are when you first meet them. They gonna
yeah,
show
you're
you
right.
what they want. And
Yeah.
I just started just looking at like Miss Roberta just said, all the questioning, how you know them, how you met them, how where you meet them at, are you going to speak here today? Are you going to speak here? Well, how you met them, and like it's the questioning for me, and the or the confidence. Well, I don't think I look good in this. I don't think. What you mean? You put it on, you look good in it.
Yeah,
Right.
Baby, as long as that shirt cover the pants, look. How long that shirt cover that backside cover them belt loose, look, it's fine. But I can't
Right.
fix that.
Right.
That's what's wrong with you. That's a you problem. That ain't a we problem.
Right.
But
Right.
if you feel like ain't nothing still wrong again, how you gonna fix it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
don't think
and
my
yeah.
hair look good like this. Well, look, well, baby, what you want me to do? I'm not a barber.
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
still feel like there's not a problem, what can I do?
Yeah.
I can't worry myself sick. I can't go in the early grade. I still gotta be a mama. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I can't be your mother too. My mother deceased, your mother deceased. So when my son called me mama, it ain't for you to lay on me and want to call me mama too. You know,
yeah,
like I
Woo!
can't.
Yeah.
And me, I'm just 44 years old. You know, I mean, I done lost a lot. I done seen a lot. I done dealt with a lot. I done healed from a lot. I am healing from a lot. But I refuse to let somebody cut me and fillet me like a fish and just watch me bleed. All because you don't want to heal yourself. I can't let you trauma dump me to where you push me back into a place of depression and anxiety, of
yeah,
fearful and being fearful of
Yeah.
any. I can't let you push me into a dark place to where I got to question myself because your insecurities are so strong to where they done took over you to where you can't see your way out. I can't
Yeah.
love you when it's all there. I can't
Yeah.
love you to the point to where I lose myself. I lost myself with my mama.
Yeah.
yeah. You right
Love
about
ain't got
that.
nothing to do with this.
That's right. Yeah.
Everything got something to do with this. It's me. I'm whole by myself.
Yeah.
I never needed nobody to complete me. Once I
Yeah.
did the
Yeah,
shadow work, I knew, hey, whatever it is, whatever gonna come with it, baby. Look, we all gotta be one person first,
That's right.
individually, before we can be one person collectively.
Yeah.
yeah,
But I can't pick up your pieces and put yours together and still trying to fix my own puzzle.
Yeah.
But if you're not willing to do the work, I can't make you do it. I can't do it for you. But I know, look, this ain't the life I want for me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
And
stress.
I
That's
love you
stress.
enough.
Yeah.
Here your ring back. I saw my mama had a stroke of aneurysm at 35. I was 17. My mama passed away at 54 when I was 39. My grandma died when I was 16. She was
Yeah.
45. My great grandma died in 63. I was 13. I had
Yeah.
my first baby at 26. Had my second baby at 30. It passed away. Had my third baby at 31. My grandmas wasn't even alive to even see my kids being born.
Yeah.
And I helped raise five siblings. I was born deceased to a 14-year-old kid.
Yeah.
I got a 12-year-old son.
yeah.
I don't want to raise nobody else.
That's right.
But if you don't want to work, I can't stay either.
Yeah. And I think that's good. That's real good. And because you want to be healthy, you want to be healthy mentally. Like I said,
Right,
that's a lot of us look at, like right now, girl, he get the bag or he chasing the bag or I'm, he, or, I've heard people say, I like D boys or I like, D boys get it.
right.
I like somebody go get it.
Keep me. It's not gonna make me, and it's not gonna break me.
That's right.
Cause at the end of the day, I ain't got to accept anything a man dish out. I can be by myself because I did the work. But you gotta want to do the work.
That's right.
And when you don't want to do the work, I mean, what results you expect to get? You
Yeah.
can't expect to have nothing wholesome. You can't expect to have something that love you, unconditionally. If you put a worth on everything, but you
Yeah.
still don't know your own worth. Because
Yep.
if
Yeah.
you
You
knew your
right.
worth, regardless if you feel like if it's not a problem or not,
Mm.
if somebody say, if you know I'm your partner and we in this thing together, well, I feel like you need some help right there. I feel like that's not right. I feel like what your last girlfriend did to you, I feel like they didn't have nothing to do with me. I
You right
feel
about
like
that.
why you got to keep bringing it up.
Right.
I feel like I ain't had no start from the beginning. I feel like it went first straight out the gate
Right.
because at the end of the day, that's not me. So I feel
Right.
like it's you might got some unwanted or something unfinished. So I feel like you haven't healed from that, and you want well she said that was her homeboy, that was her friend, and they was going together. Well, look, baby, I'm almost 45 years old, sliding into 50. Look, I don't play like that. Look, what are you talking about?
Right, that part.
Because that's what she did to you. Because
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, because that's what she did. But what they
Mhm.
got to do with me? So you making me pay for her mistake because of what she did to you?
Yeah.
I, I,
Yeah.
I, I can't deal with that. So is it worth it because you do got a good job and because you are a welder and because you feel like just because you do make good money, is it worth putting up with? Baby, you can strip me down butt naked and I can walk this earth with nothing on before I ever feel like I ever got to feel like I got to be hurt or beat up because you make money. Baby,
Ooh.
I am a woman.
Right.
Ain't no worth it. I saw my mama die early. Saw my grandma die early. Saw my great grandma die early. Saw my uncle die early. I just had an uncle die last year. He was 40, 46. And I'm finna be 45. My mama's
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah. No.
It ain't worth it. So
No.
yes, I will walk away.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not that type of woman. I will walk away.
Yeah.
Right now I'm searching for peace and
Now,
Yeah.
healing. If
yes.
you agree,
Now,
mm-mm.
we only have 10 more minutes, y'all, and I feel like y'all over here with me right now. I feel like y'all my company, so I feel like we can just talk all night. But you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, but what I'm gonna ask you guys, if you're not doing anything, if we can have part two on the 23rd, if you guys don't mind, we can have part
Sure.
two because I like I said, I knew it was action packed because I got uh what are some signs of a good relationship, Jason? You want to go ahead and let them know?
Communication, understanding, team
Mm.
building, focusing, encouraging one another. Uh, it's not a me attitude. That's the
Yeah,
biggest one because once we get out of ourselves and
Come on now, Jason.
get into each other, and move positive towards a reflection. What are we building
definitely,
for?
definitely.
Mr. Go. Mr.
Yes,
Go.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
and and sometimes
yeah,
we get so stuck on ourselves, we miss the mark. We miss the key
yeah,
factors. But I'm gonna reverse that. I'm gonna do some psychology on that too, because I got to be at peace with myself, for I won't have to be stuck on myself.
And
mm,
And
yeah,
that gate got to be open.
yeah,
That gate got to be open, willing to receive and to give out.
yeah. I agree
So
with you.
that's my example.
I agree with you. Let's go ahead.
Hello, oh, Kiara, you over there quiet? Give us some input.
Okay, I was letting y'all talk. Y'all had it. I'm just looking up all the knowledge. For a good relationship, to me, it really is being an encourager to one another. I think that's one of my favorite things to do to the people that I love is speaking light into them and keeping them constantly encouraged and cheering them on. Even when I maybe have already told them I'm proud of them, just keeping that going because I know for me, that's one of the best things I need is because I think being the strong friend or being the daughter that's always got everything right and did everything that she's supposed to do, it can come off kind of like people expect you to do good. So
Yeah,
they're not really encouraging you anymore because that expectation is already there. So being that person, you need people that still pour into you and let you know that they're still proud of you. Even when they knew you was gonna do that anyway, it still feels good to hear it. So I like to do that for those that I love.
yeah, and and sometimes it could be the smallest compliment.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the smallest compliment to go the longest way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I don't need my ego stroke. I just need
Yeah,
encouragement. I just
yeah,
need to be uplifted because in those moments where I'm feeling overwhelmed or I'm feeling like I haven't really heard from nobody, you telling me that you miss me is gonna be enough, or that you want to see me soon is gonna be enough, or that you see what I'm doing and you happy for me is
Yeah.
enough. No.
Yeah. And then guys, we got 5 minutes. So um let's go ahead and wrap up. But I did want to go ahead and invite you guys for part 2 of this show because I believe this is a lot of content, and it's to help someone.
Mhm.
That's my whole deal is not to only bring on phenomenal people, but also that you leave something for whoever's listening. Because you better
Amen.
believe there's some women and men out there that's trying to get the courage
Yes.
to even be individuals, to even be who they are called to be. There's a lot of
Mhm.
people scared to even be who they are called to be because they
Yeah.
scared somebody gonna say something or somebody gonna talk about them. So they just hide whatever they got in here and here and because they like, well, it may fail or it may not be good enough or somebody's gonna talk about me. I'm gonna be cracked. Like Kiara was saying, nobody my age is talking no domestic violence deal. So if she was, feeling another way, she'd be like, oh, that's crazy. I'm not gonna do that because
Yeah.
somebody is gonna talk about me and they're not gonna,
Mhm.
it's not gonna be. But the truth is, that's what you were created to do, and it's some people out there scared to do what they're created to do. They,
Yeah.
it,
Yeah, that kind of ties into Jason's book, Walking into Your Destiny. And that kind of reminded me of, I think it was like a year ago or something. And I was in church and they were telling us, what do we think our spiritual gifts are? And I specifically said prophecy. I feel like I'm going to be speaking amongst a mass of people to give them encouragement because I know that my voice is powerful. I know the words that I say are powerful. But despite my age, I have a lot of wisdom. I was here before. So I know that there's something that God put in me to make me want to do the things that I do. He didn't just magically put it on my heart to do any of the things that I've done. So I know for sure that I'm walking in my destiny. And I feel like that's why the spiritual warfare has been a little bit heavier lately because the devil knows what I'm supposed to do.
Come
God
on.
knows what I'm supposed to do, but
And the
I
devil
have
mad.
Yes, and I have to follow
The
through. I
devil.
have to take the action. I can't just allow him to attack me because if I do, he'll win. And he'll never win when I got a God like I do.
And whenever you finna build up the kingdom of God, the devil, the enemy gets mad. And that's
Yes.
when the attacks, that's when the attacks come in. And not
Hmm.
only is it gonna come this way, it's gonna come in all directions.
Yes.
yeah.
And
Come on now.
the most people that it'll be the surprising people that attack you that you thought
Hmm.
was there. That's why I keep telling people be careful about who you take with you, because when God is trying to take you, everybody can go. And
And
the
that's
attack of the devil is so bold.
yes.
It's so
And that's why
bold,
I
and and it's not hiding. It's not
yeah.
hiding. The devil is not hiding no more.
He
The
showed.
And
attack.
that's why lately it's been like, okay, instead of focusing on who's not helping you, who's not encouraging you, focus on who is. Focus on who
Mhm.
is pouring into you. Use that energy of animosity and anger and frustration to use your creative outlet and reach out to the actual people that you know are going to support you. And even those that you don't know. I'd rather get a no than I don't know because
Yeah,
I don't know is a 0% chance. At least when get the no, I had a 1% chance of something
you
hitting.
already know what's up. What's up? Nah, all right.
Now, if you guys would tell everybody how they can reach you, how they can follow you, how they can, contact you. Someone wanted to know, Murata, where these books are. Are they on Amazon or and Jason as well?
Yes, some are Amazon and some I do have links for.
And what's your social media?
Facebook is Murata Bradford. Instagram is official Murata Bradford. And also, I am Poetic Healing on Instagram as well.
All right. Okay. Kiara, how about you?
Yes, so again, my Empower the Impact is Empower the Impact on Instagram. My personal social media is Kiera, CIERRAAH _ and that's on both Instagram and TikTok. Facebook is just Kiera Henry. And yeah, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I look forward to you if you can figure out your schedule. Again, it'll be the 23rd. Jason, go ahead and hit us with it.
My name is Jay Scott. My books are in Books a Million, Walmart, and what is book and Amazon. My Facebook is Jason Scott. That's it. I'll see y'all on the 23rd.
All right, all right.
On
And
the
of course,
23rd.
of course, I'm Roberta Bell, Roberta the Tool Lady, and it was such a pleasure having you all. We're so elated that we had a good time. Hope you took something away. And join us again on the 23rd. We're going to have plenty to talk about. Good night.
There's a sparkle